Finally this evening, our person of the week, more than simple longevity. There isn't much that leaves a deeper impression on us than to encounter a really elderly person who has managed to maintain a fresh take on life. Actually, the person we've chosen this week doesn't even strike us as old, even though he was born in the 19th century.
I'm too old to retire. Who'd support my mother and father?
He always told us he was going to live to be 100. And by George, he's going to make it tomorrow.
They're talking about making a movie of my life. Hope they do it fast so I could see it. My tie, my fly is closed, let's go.
He is older than the aeroplane, and he's been making people laugh since the days when most Americans were still traveling by horse and buggy.
Showtime.
A comedian, an actor, a singer, a country singer.
I wish I was 18 again. Why shouldn't I be a country singer? I'm older than most countries.
How many cigars a day do you smoke?
10 to 15.
And you drink martinis?
A couple of martinis, 3 or 4 martinis.
What does your doctor say about that?
He's dead.
But George Burns has outlived all of his contemporaries. There's no real secret to longevity, he says. Just love what you do and get up and do it every day. Oh, a little mischief doesn't hurt.
Dionne Warwick is dressing right next door to me. And there's a little hole in the wall. I didn't plug it up, let the kid enjoy herself.
It has been one of the most enduring acts in show business. George Burns, the shameless ladies' man, with those songs he never quite seems to finish.
Run along, little girl, run along. If I couldn't win you with all the gin that's in you, good night, isn't that a good song?
His real name was Nathan Birnbaum, and he got his start in show business singing on street corners in New York's Lower East Side when he was 7 years old. That was 93 years ago. And for the next 20 years, he lived vaudeville, working under 100 names and trying just about anything to stay in show business. And then he met Gracie Allen.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
People discovered I had this big talent. And I discovered it, too. I was married to her for 38 years.
It's Maxwell House Coffee Time, starring George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Burns and Allen on radio in the 1940s attracted 43 million listeners every week. They did it on television later with George playing straight man to his wife.
Let's see what time it is.
There's an article in this
But Gracie had a bad heart, and the strain of the act proved too much. She retired in 1958.
Say good night.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
When Gracie Allen died in 1964, Burns was devastated. In the years that followed, he kept performing, but it was never the same. He still regularly visits Gracie's grave.
I talk to Gracie, sure. I talk to her. She doesn't answer, but I talk. Sometimes I tell her a joke. Doesn't laugh either.
In 1975, however, that's 20 years ago, George Burns' career took another twist. He won the Oscar for his role as an aging vaudevillian in The Sunshine Boys. With movies, there was a new generation of fans to be entertained. Several times, Burns even played God.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help me, me.
His friends threw him a birthday party this week, but Mr. Burns has had the flu since Christmas, which has also prevented him from giving a concert in Las Vegas tomorrow. And what would he like for his 100th birthday? How about a date with actress Sharon Stone? Well, that's almost what he said.
But old folks and old oaks standing tall just pretend I wish I was 18 again. Lord, I wish I was 18 again.
And so we choose George Burns. Happy birthday to the most enduring American original. That is our report on World News Tonight. Later this evening, 2020. I'm Peter Jennings. Have a good weekend and good night.
A world premiere miniseries.
In this quiet,